As the digital age advances, smartphones have become an inseparable part of daily life. From communication and entertainment to education and health, mobile devices offer vast opportunities. However, their omnipresence in the hands of school and college students is increasingly raising red flags among educators, psychologists, and policymakers. The recent move by Finland to ban smartphones during school hours has reignited the debate on whether India, with its massive youth population and growing digital dependency, should follow suit. Finland's bold step towards focused learning. In April 2025, Finland, the nation often praised for its world-class education system, took a decisive step to restrict mobile phone use during school hours. The Finnish parliament passed legislation that prohibits students from using smartphones during the school day unless explicitly approved by a teacher for educational or health-related purposes. This policy empowers teachers and principals to confiscate devices if they disrupt learning and mandates schools to develop clear guidelines on mobile usage during classes, breaks, and meals. The rationale behind this move stems from growing concerns over student distraction, reduced attention spans, sleep disturbances, and social isolation linked to excessive smartphone use. Finnish educators believe that removing smartphones from the daily academic routine can restore the sanctity of the classroom, enhance interpersonal communication, and promote mental well-being among students. The Indian scenario: fragmented and cautious. In contrast to Finland's uniform approach, India has yet to implement a nationwide policy regulating smartphone usage in educational institutions. While some states have issued guidelines or advisories, such as prohibiting mobile phones in classrooms, there is no cohesive strategy across the country. In March 2025, the Delhi High Court ruled that a complete ban on smartphones in schools was undesirable and unworkable. Instead, the court recommended a more balanced policy, emphasizing regulated usage. The judgment called for inclusive policymaking involving parents, teachers, child psychologists, and digital experts to formulate school-wise guidelines that address both the benefits and harms of mobile phone usage. This position reflects a deep-rooted dilemma: how to balance the educational potential of smartphones with their well-documented negative effects. Mobile devices can undoubtedly serve as powerful tools for e-learning, information access, and communication. Yet, their unchecked use has also been linked to cyberbullying, addiction to social media, exposure to inappropriate content, and deteriorating academic performance. Why a ban makes sense, and what India can learn from Finland. Despite the digital promise of smartphones, their presence in educational settings is more often a source of distraction than a learning aid. Students frequently use mobile devices during lectures to scroll through social media, watch videos, or engage in online gaming. This not only erodes the quality of learning, but also undermines the authority of teachers and disturbs classroom discipline. India's education system, already battling challenges such as overcrowded classrooms, limited teacher training, and unequal access to resources, cannot afford another hurdle in the form of digital distraction. Moreover, the mental health toll of constant online engagement, especially among adolescents, is increasingly being recognized by health professionals. By banning smartphones in schools and colleges, India can enhance classroom engagement. Without the lure of screens, students are more likely to participate actively in lessons and discussions. Promote social skills. Physical interaction during breaks can foster empathy, teamwork, and interpersonal communication. Improve mental health. Reducing screen time can lead to better sleep, lower stress, and decreased anxiety among students. Create equal learning conditions. Not all students can afford high-end devices or data plans. A ban can level the playing field toward a balanced and contextual approach. However, a blanket ban, especially in colleges where students are legally adults, may face resistance and practical hurdles. Instead, a calibrated approach like Finland's may offer a more sustainable solution for India. Key components of such a strategy could include: 1. Restricting usage. During instructional time, Allow smartphones only when authorized by teachers for educational activities or essential health needs. 2. Designating no-phone zones and times. Prohibit phone use in classrooms, libraries, and during meals or assemblies. 3. Empowering educators. Give school authorities the legal backing to confiscate or manage devices that disrupt learning. 4. Parental engagement. Involve parents in policy implementation and conduct regular digital awareness programs. 5. Regular reviews. Monitor and revise the policy based on technological changes and feedback from stakeholders. A call for policy action. Finland's decision to prioritize student well-being and academic focus over digital convenience offers a compelling example for India. As the country strides towards a digitally empowered society, it must also safeguard the mental, emotional, and intellectual development of its youth. Banning smartphones in schools and colleges, or at the very least regulating their use, should no longer be seen as an outdated or harsh move, but as a necessary reform to preserve the sanctity of education in the 21st century. It is time for Indian policymakers to act decisively, taking inspiration from global best practices while tailoring solutions to local realities. The future of millions of young minds may well depend on this balance between connectivity and concentration.